to beat them again. It's the best team in London, no, the best team of both. Everybody knows us, we're called Millwall. Let them come, let them come, let them come. Let them all come down to the dance.
Hi guys, it's Millwall here, and today we're going to do my 2021 to 2022 Championship predictions. And of course, don't be too upset if I don't put your club where you want me to put your club. I'm not a genius at football, I might be completely wrong, I don't know. So yeah, it's just for a laugh at the end of the day. So yeah, let's get into it. Right, so to finish rock bottom in the Championship, I'm going to predict Peterborough United. Now, I just saw you sign Jack Marriott, a decent Championship striker, but is he going to score you enough goals to keep you in the Championship? I don't think so, so I'm going to predict Peterborough to finish rock bottom. And now to finish 23rd in the Championship, I'm going to go with Blackpool. A club I'm happy to see in the Championship because, of course, the last 2 years they've gone through quite a lot of struggles with their ownership. But yeah, I'm happy to see Blackpool back in the Championship. But I don't think they're going to have enough quality to actually survive in the Championship. So sorry Blackpool fans, but I'm going to predict you to finish 23rd. And now to finish 22nd in the Championship, I'm going to go with Derby County. Yeah, quite a big call to be fair. But they just seem like a very lifeless club, if that makes any sense. Of course, they've got Wayne Rooney in charge, of course, a magnificent player. But as a manager, I'm not really too sure. Of course, I saw they lost Martin Waghorn to Coventry. I think he was a decent player for Derby. So yeah, it's quite a big loss for them. But yeah, I just don't think they have enough about them to stay in the Championship. I don't think they have enough sort of team spirit to stay in the Championship. I think they're a bit of a dead club at the moment, to be fair. But yeah, I've been to Derby Stadium. Good stadium. They have good fans. So yeah, I'm going to predict them to get relegated to League One. And now to finish 21st in the Championship, just narrowly surviving relegation, I'm going to predict Hull City to survive in the Championship. And yeah, Hull, a good side. Of course they won League One last year, and yeah, I think they'll have enough about them to stay in the Championship. Again, quite a big club, Hull. Have been in the Premier League in recent years, and yeah, I think they'll have enough about them to stay in the Championship. So I'm going to predict Hull City to survive. And now to finish 20th in the Championship, it's a very big call. Of course, Barnsley last year they finished 5th, but let's be honest, lads, it was a freak season for them. With no fans in stadium, I think that sort of given them a bit of a boost because I don't think they really play well with fans in stadium, Barnsley. But yeah, I think last season was a massive fluke. Let's be honest. Yeah, personally, I actually have a massive dislike to Barnsley. They're sort of Mill's bogey team in a way. They always beat us. They beat us in a playoff final. So I think Barnsley, they're gonna come back down to where they really should be. Let's be honest, back to sort of trying to survive in the Championship, and I reckon they're going to finish 20th place. And now finishing 19th place, I'm going to go Coventry City. Of course, as I mentioned earlier in the video, Martin Waghorn signed for Coventry City. Yeah, a good striker, Martin Waghorn. I think his goals are going to keep Coventry in the league. And yeah, I'll predict Coventry to finish 19th. And now to finish 18th place, I'm going to go with Luton Town. I like Luton Town. Nice little small club. The stadium is a bit crap, let's be honest. But nice little club. I reckon they have good fans as well. So I reckon they'll just have enough to survive in the Championship as well. And now to finish 17th, I'm going to predict Huddersfield Town. Yeah, they've got an okay squad, Huddersfield. Nothing too special really. So I'm going to predict them to finish 17th in the league. And now to finish 16th in the Championship, I'm going to predict Reading. Yeah, another quite of a shock really. I think they had a decent season last year. But yeah, again, I think that was kind of a fluke last year. So I'm going to predict Reading to finish 16th this year. And now at 15th place, I've gone with Bristol City. Yeah, it's a weird one this, Championship is such a hard sort of league to predict. A team could either get relegated or they can get promoted. It's such a crazy league. So I wasn't really too sure where to put Bristol City, to be honest. I wasn't sure whether put them higher, put them in the higher ends of the table, or put them in the lower ends of the table. So I put them 15th. Sort of narrow into the lower ends of the table. So yeah, I reckon they'll finish 15th. And now 14th place, I've gone with Birmingham City. Yeah, Birmingham, they're just a club that's there, aren't they? They don't really contend for the playoffs, and they normally sort of survive for the Championship. So I'm just going to predict a sort of a mid-table finish for Birmingham, and I reckon they're going to finish 14th. And now for 13th place, I'm going to go with Preston. Yeah, Preston, they're very hit and miss, aren't they, Preston? They're either challenging for the top 6, or they're just sort of mid-table. So they're a bit of a weird team, Preston. I've just predicted them to finish 13th in the league. And now to finish bang on mid-table, I'm going to predict Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough, yeah, they've got a decent team. I don't really think they're going to be challenging for the top 6. I think they're just going to be sort of mid-table, just sort of there again, really. And yeah, I think they're going to have sort of an okay season, but not necessarily a great season. And now finishing 11th place, I'm going to go with Blackburn Rovers. Yeah, again, a team that's just sort of normally mid-table. They're not really challenging for the top 6, or they're not really surviving to try to stay in the Championship. They're just normally mid-table-ish, so I'm going to predict them to finish 11th. And now to finish 10th, I'm going to go with Cardiff City. And of course, Mick McCarthy is in charge of them, former Millwall manager. Yeah, I think they've got an okay squad, Cardiff. So I think they're sort of going to be contending for the top 6. I don't think they're going to quite get there. And now to finish 9th place, I'm going to predict QPR. Yeah, again, QPR, very good team. I think they normally finish sort of mid-table. But yeah, again, sort of quite a bogey team for Millwall. I remember they had them having a player called Ilias Cher. I believe he's still there. I think he was like a sort of Belgian cam. Yeah, he always created problems for Millwall. Yeah, very good player. So I reckon QPR will finish 9th. And now to finish 8th. Again, quite a big call to be fair. I'm going with Stoke City. Stoke are a club that should definitely be in the higher ends of the Championship. Last 2 years they haven't, for whatever reason, I don't know. But I predict them to finish 8th in the Championship. They're not going to get top 6, but I reckon they're going to be very close to it. And now to finish 7th in the Championship, I'm going to predict Nottingham Forest. Of course, a few years ago they so narrowly missed out on the playoffs. So I reckon this year, they're going to come back, put up a good fight, and I reckon they're going to finish 7th. I like Nottingham Forest. They're a good club. Good fans, good stadium, and I don't think they're going to get in the top 6, but I think they're going to, just narrowly miss it again. They're going to finish 7th. And in 6th place, if you haven't realised, there's one team I've not mentioned yet, and that is, of course, my beloved Millwall. If I wasn't a Millwall fan, would I probably put Millwall in 6th place? Probably not, but I am a Millwall fan, so I'm going to be hopeful. Of course, we've got some really good players this year. We've got Ben Fobe on loan from Stoke, proven striker in the Championship. We've got Scott Malone on a permanent. We've got George Saville, who's a brilliant player. We've got Daniel Ballard on loan from Arsenal, who smashed it in League One last year. George Long, good backup for Bart. We've got some really good signings this year. So, I really think, with fans back, it's going to give us an extra boost. And, so I'm going to predict Millwall to finish 6th. And to finish 5th place, I'm going to go with Sheffield United. Of course, they finished rock bottom in the Premier League last year. But I think, they're going to bounce back this year, Sheffield United. I don't think they're going to go up, but I think they are going to finish top 6. They've got players like Ryan Brewster, who, if you didn't know, actually, I am actually related to him. So, Ryan Brewster, he smashed it at Swansea a few years ago when he was in the Championship. So I think he's going to smash it again in the Championship for Sheffield United. They've got some good players in their squad. So I'm going to back Sheffield United to finish 5th place. And to finish 4th place, I'm going to go with Bournemouth. Of course, Scott Parker is the new manager. Of course, he got Fulham relegated last year. But I do think that Scott Parker is a good manager, and I think he will guide Bournemouth to a top 6 finish. And to finish 3rd in the Championship, I'm going to predict Fulham. Fulham have always been a good Championship side, of course. They got relegated last year from the Premier League, and Fulham have always been a very good Championship side. They've always sort of bounced right back up, and I think, to be honest, I think they're going to do it again this year as well. I think they're going to finish 3rd and probably win in the playoffs. So Craven Cottage, a stadium I don't really like going to be honest. The atmosphere is kind of bad there normally when I go, but I'm going to back Fulham to a 3rd place finish, and I reckon they are going to win the playoffs. And now for the automatic positions, 2nd place, I'm going to back Swansea. Of course, last year they lost a playoff final to Brentford, but I reckon this year they'll bounce back and finish 2nd. And now to win the Championship, I'm going to go West Bromwich Albion. West Brom, they've got a very, very good side, West Brom, so I reckon they're going to bounce right back up to the Premier League and absolutely piss the league. So, I'm going to go 1st place, West Bromwich Albion. And there you go, guys. They were my Championship predictions. Of course, I'm not a football genius, so I probably have got a lot of them wrong there. But at the end of the day, it was just for a laugh. And by the way, I am very close to 900 subscribers. So if you are new, please do subscribe to me and leave a like if you enjoy the video. And come your lines.